I'm over Once-ler and the Warden from Super Joe. Now we're doing Once-ler and Bill Cipher if he were a human.
All right. We're making a podcast still. Here we go.
That's fine. You're making a podcast. I'm making a collection.
How bad can I be? I'm just doing what comes naturally. How bad can I be? I'm just following my destiny. How bad can I be? I'm just doing what comes naturally. How bad can I be? How bad can I possibly be?
Welcome to the internet, our part of the internet, which is terrible things read with enthusiasm. And in the room tonight, we've got Boots Rangier.
I'm mainly worried because the moss has overtaken most of the trees in there, and it seems to have spread to the naturally grown truffalas in the valley as well. I'm going to have to help.
Vortex.
Vortex-ler. It's a Once-ler and it fucking hates this shit.
Isfahan.
People say we could write another movie. I laugh at that. We could more likely write a television series that could last for 20 plus seasons already.
Ooh, it's Shell Game.
The Shell-sler is a Once-ler who underwent carcinization, so her suit is hidden under a bright red chitinous shell. She used to chop down truffula trees with her claws, but felt bad about it, so she stopped.
It's Zarla.
Ask the Darkler. Kind of cursed. Change of his heart and his business days turned him into a monster. Now he is deeply regretting his mistakes and wants to revive the valley.
And Lemon. Once-ler and Dunce-ler.
My favorite 1940s cartoon.
You took mine. You took mine as behind.
Complain all you want, it's never, ever gonna stop. Come on, how bad can it possibly be? How bad?
Hey, F+.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Lemon.
Hello.
Hey, do you all like liking things?
I'm a big fan of liking.
No, I don't like things. I love things.
That's nice.
Ooh.
That's nice. Okay, what are your feelings? What are your feelings on the author and sort of illustrator and I would say American icon, Dr. Seuss?
He wrote some very important things for kids to understand.
That's
the
a lot
way
of
the
It's
world
okay.
works.
That a lot of adults don't understand.
He promised me I would go places, damn it.
Seems like we're pretty fan of.
You
Okay,
told
great.
me I'd hop on pop.
And how did that work out for you?
I
Pretty good, actually.
Once.
Okay, so you guys fans of the environment?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's harder and harder to be one every day, but yes.
You gotta love
Great.
things while you have them.
Great, that's fantastic.
They're not gonna be
So,
forever.
so this episode is kind of about the 2012 movie The Lorax.
Uh-oh.
I knew it. I knew it.
Uh-oh.
Except it's not, because it's actually an episode about the fandom of the Once-ler.
I knew it. The legend is true.
This is an entire episode of Once-ler Fandom.
I bet it is.
I never saw the movie, and I know the book really well. The Once-ler was just a pair of arms.
No, he's not in the movie. He's not
No.
in the movie.
He's the
He a
main
nerdy
character.
boy who didn't mean to tear down the whole forest. He was tricked into it.
So yeah,
he
so
just meant well.
Yeah, so in the movie, yeah, so you know, the book, Boots, you might want to say would have some sort of opinions, right? In the movie, the Once-ler is kind of like, you know, sort of like a hip, you know, sort of skinny boy who's kind of like misunderstood.
Do people on the internet like that archetype?
The representation of industry?
Yeah,
Yes, but
he,
cute.
He has
and
a song
nerd.
and he plays the guitar. So this is an episode about the Once-ler fandom. This is people. This is people, and I can't put too fine a point on this. This is people who watched the 2012 movie The Lorax, you know, the one that advertised cars, and went, "This is really good. I like this movie a lot." But the best part about this is the skinny, like industrialist guy. Big fan of him. And let's start an entire fandom about this. So I'm going to show you this document now. I'm going to share this document with all of you.
Thanks.
And Boots.
Can I die?
Boots, I have a question for you. Boots, my question, real simple, I want to say. What the fuck is the Once-ler fandom?
Okay. Wait, is this okay? That's just the title of this page.
That is what they called it. Yep, that is what that's what they went for.
Great.
It's got a whole wiki, though. There's a whole wiki for this fandom.
Awesome. Abandon hope, ye who enter here. This fandom is a community of people who reside mostly on Tumblr and DeviantArt, based upon the book The Lorax by Seuss Giesel.
Not.
The 1972.
It's not.
Seuss Giesel. Yeah, Seuss Giesel.
That's his name.
It's not,
Seuss
and it's
Giesel.
not based upon the book version.
That was his name in MI6.
No, listen, I have a comma in here. It's based upon the book, comma, the 1972 television special, and the 2012 feature film by Illumination.
Mostly
In
that
the
one.
time, in the time our fandom has been around, it has been transformed into a mostly Ask blog-based fandom. Dubbed by some a fandom of a fandom, meaning that we do not only thrive off the movie itself, but the AUs and the Ask blogs made for it.
Thrive, you say. I have a follow-up question, Boots.
Yeah.
Seriously, what the fuck is this?
Okay, the history of the Lorax and
Stop bullshitting us.
In August 1971, Dr. Seuss's The Lorax was published as a children's book. The story was about an unnamed boy visiting the Once-ler and asking about why there were no longer any trees. The Once-ler was shown as just a pair of green gloves, tells his backstory about how he came upon a huge forest of trees and then used them to create his invention, the Thneed. The Lorax came to him, telling him to stop cutting down the trees, but he didn't listen. Then he finally chopped all of them down, could no longer make his Thneed, and basically destroyed an entire ecosystem.
And I think Wonder Bread is involved somewhere in there.
Oh, God.
Anyway,
That's a
look at all the
different rabbit hole.
Yay!
fandoms. There's Once-est and the Greedler, the Ask blog conflicts.
Whoa.
And wait, what?
I'm the oncest of them all.
Yeah?
Is that oncest, as in the most once, or oncest?
That's Once-est.
It's gotta be Once-est.
It
There's
is.
no way it's not.
One
Onkest.
Ask blog conflicts and fandoms. Every fandom is made of a bunch of fans that really love one thing, and sometimes receive criticism from those outside the fandom.
Sometimes, occasionally.
Only outside
I
the
have
The
a
one
fandom.
few
that
I could
sta-
think of off the top of my head. I feel.
The Once-ler that started all this was an animated character played by Ed Helms from the 2012 movie The Lorax.
It's all his fault.
Thanks, Ed.
Yes, Ed Helms designed the character, animated himself.
They were all his blogs.
Ed Helms started the one.
Ed Helms astroturfed the Once-ler.
I would actually love that.
After the 2012 release, in which the Once-ler character was suddenly personified and obtained a face and a backstory, something a bit out of the norm happened. A large, sporadic fan base grew up overnight from Tumblr and invaded
Wow.
both DeviantArt and
That is
YouTube.
unusual.
Yeah.
That's real unusual.
Something
Weird.
strange happened. Weird nerd girls wanted to fuck a cartoon man. It was the damnedest thing. No, not real man. Cartoon man. In top hat and formal wear.
Yeah, and he's skinny and shy. It's weird.
He was a weird shy nerd who's kind of awkward, and he has mental problems.
He sings!
This is the
Thousands
Tumblr
of
sexy
articles,
man.
blogs, cosplay,
Yes.
GIFs, fanfic, and fan videos related to the character.
Cool. Boots,
5,000
can you tell me? Can you tell me about the Once-lings?
Sure.
Can he?
The fan base is largely female in their late teens and mid-20s.
What?
In general,
But
way
not
out
their
of the
early
target.
20s.
In general, way out of the target audience for the movie.
How odd.
At least they
Bizarre.
acknowledge that.
Yeah.
They're
the
not doing
fandom
that. This
seems-
movie was made for us.
The fandom seems too largely aware of this fact and typically describe their experience of joining the fandom as weird, uncontrollable, and a result of temporary insanity. After watching the Lorax movie, therefore,
Watch it that
Is
works.
this like a kid's cereal commercial? I gotta jerk off to cartoons! Wow!
Holding the Lorax for a
Therefore, a considerable amount of spoof art is made within the fandom, poking fun at themselves, which has made the community lighthearted and open-minded.
We love this weird corporatist propaganda, but we got a sense of humor about it, don't worry.
We're all friends inside this fandom.
Often praised by outside fandoms as being blissfully joyful and fun to watch, easily comparable to early My Little Pony Friendship is Magic crowd.
Another famously drama-free fandom.
Sure, I'm sure.
That's cool, Booth. I love this. It really seems welcoming. When you talk about this community, it's not fractured at all. Tell me about the Once-sluts.
I'm sure you're just pronouncing it funny because it's Once-luts. And surely let's find out. A darker side of the fandom exists, just as with other fandoms, which focus slowly on sexual imagery, fanfics, and roleplay, and slashing characters from the movie. How many characters are in the movie? I don't want to know.
Read the next sentence.
The main attraction in this character is a theme called Onecest, in which the nice Once-ler is paired up with an evil version of himself.
The answer to your question is one. There is one character.
There's one character in the movie. By God,
that's not going to stop anybody.
If I may, because I did actually read something about this from Sexypedia. There are other characters, but one of them is the Lorax himself, so no.
That makes sense.
The other one is another adult male, but he's not conventionally attractive.
No.
And the last one's a child.
No.
So
So there's no there. Yeah.
Hooray.
One
of them is the
Once-est
evil industrialist, and one of them is a kid.
And as we all know, the Lorax does not fuck.
In my universe, the Lorax does not fuck. I'm sorry. Keep going.
Please, there's a very important typo I'm about to read here.
Yeah.
yes.
Several blogs are dedicated solely to Once-ler smut and sexual imagery, often taken to ridicule's levels, including pancake batter, marshmallows, and thneed bondage.
Yeah.
You can kill me.
That is up to a ridiculous level.
Oh, that's really good.
Dicks are dicks, and dicks must grow.
We should point out this document was provided to us by Doctor Interrogative.
Well,
Yes, we
fuck you
definitely
then,
should
Doctor
point that out.
Interrogative, or whatever the
No,
hell.
thank you, Doctor Interrogative.
I mean, thank you. Sorry, I meant thank you. Sorry.
I got this. Doctor Interrogative sent me this in the mail, and within 4 seconds, I had emailed Portex asking when she was available next because she was going to be in this episode.
Yeah. And then
Portex responded, "Fine, but if I'm in, Zarla has to be in too." And she can't know what the episode is about.
yeah, she's not allowed to know beforehand.
You got me.
We saw this shit unfold in real time. She has to be here with
I did see this happen.
Bless you for agreeing to this, Solo.
All right. Let's see. So we got some more pages here about the. Actually, you know what? Isfan, can you tell me about Onecest, please?
I can tell you all about Onecest.
All about
An
Onecest.
expert.
Yeah. So Onecest is the fandom given name to the relationship between two Once-lers. Although the term can be altered when referring to a certain combination of Once-lers involved, it is one of the most popular ships in the Once-ler fandom.
Twice slurs,
if you can believe
if you
it.
will.
I thought it was just a dark underbelly. That's what you said earlier.
That's
No,
it's
one of the
it's
most
all
popular
dark
ships.
underbelly.
Yeah. Find the light underbelly. I
Once,
dare you.
twice, 3 times, and once third.
The pairing emerged from the prospect of a universe where the Once-ler, before he became big and rich from selling thneeds, meets his future green-suited greedy self, and greedy's in quotes, also dubbed as Greedler by the fandom. This pairing is referred to as classic Onecest.
Before the world went to shit.
They tried new Onecest, nobody liked it, so they went back to
Standards
classic.
that we should uphold.
Vanilla once says.
Due to the many alterations.
Missionary ones.
I remember when it was about the Onecest.
This is classic due to the many alterations that the term Onecest has suffered. Which is a good word for that.
You weren't there at the beginning,
This
one
is
says.
this is an
Ladies,
unbiased.
please.
This is an
There's
unbiased
enough
article.
of bees to go around.
The relationship does not necessarily need to be sexual to fit the term. Granted, it is a recurring case in fanfiction and artwork. Oncest can refer to a platonic relationship between two Once-lers.
No, it can't. No, it can't.
Yeah.
But if you want somebody to actually read your fanfic, you know what you got to do.
You want to touch fingers.
There are many types of Oncest involving fandom created Ask blogs, and the name has evolved over time to depending on the people involved. Yes, to depending on the people.
Sorry.
involved.
They started getting
Usually
about
the-
that one sis. They lost all ability to type there.
Usually the adaptation is a fusion of the names from the Once-lers participating in the relationship. So you got your, just as an example, you got your Ask Swag Once-lers.
Oh, yeah.
And they're shipped with the One-ler. There's Swancest, Bitter Once-ler, slashed with Young Entrepreneur Bitre. This ship is far from canon, which the fandom is aware, so you don't need to point it out to them right now.
It's not two of them in the movie, so yes.
I'm pretty sure I need them to know that the movie did not have Tumblr Ask blogs.
Shell game,
No.
put that technically away. The fandom is aware. In many cases, the shippers of this pairing are called mentally unstable and or, quote, in need of psychiatric evaluation because of the mere strangeness of it to outsiders. While inside the fandom, it is quite normal and may be even abnormal not to ship this in one way or another.
Oh,
What are you
thought
even
it was
doing
weird.
here?
It
out.
may be abnormal.
Yeah, it's actually not.
Oh, okay.
There also be classic Oncest, which be the young... There also be classic Oncest, which be the young Once-ler who be wearing grey on top of and making out with his older self in green. While not as popular as it used to be, it is still well loved by the fandom.
We must find the one true sphincter.
Good lord. I want to fuck industry. I want it to fuck itself, actually.
Okay.
See, you're assuming it's
okay,
way too close to the movie. At this point, we are way beyond that.
This is really good. Okay, so the Once-ler Fandom Wiki has 123 pages.
All right, let's get to
We're
work.
not talking about stubs. Like, there's plenty of full-on, like long-ass pages here. Vortex just found a picture of the Once-ler making out with the warden of Super Jail.
Yeah.
Oh,
we got
yeah.
Which is some real F plus singularity, but we can't talk about that
Ultimate
right
nerd
now.
thighs.
We can't talk about that right now. We can't talk about that because we have to get to some OC original character Once-lers that are in the.
This is like every idea guy who ever approaches you for a project if you do art. I've got an idea for a thing. Has anyone made Star Wars yet? Because I'm thinking we're going to make that.
Man, it sounds
Thanks.
like drawing sucks. You should give it up, Portex.
I've tried.
So, Portex, if you will scroll down to this really clever Once-ler character, it's an original character.
Okay, all right.
The first
so
word there is original.
No more,
So,
no more fandom. No more weird nerdy fandom shit. We're gonna do for
no, I mean, yeah,
OCs.
maybe, but
Yeah.
but we're getting original here.
right,
We're
right.
taking it in new
Original,
directions.
original. No more. Yeah, no more. So
Okay,
this
so
is
what do you got
this
there?
is the Loki-ler.
He's low-key.
Now,
getting
Loki,
upset
of
right
course, is not owned by anyone. Has not appeared in any popular media.
The Loki-ler
recently.
isn't.
The Loki-ler.
Loki-ler.
This is from the 1972 original. That Loki.
Yeah.
Loki-ler.
So, this Once-ler was normal until Loki came. He is post-Greedler. That's my art. I describe my art as that as well.
Post-Greedler.
I need a post-Greedler Tumblr aesthetic, please.
The god of mischief had escaped from Asgard and had to have somewhere to hide, so he chose a host, the Once-ler. And it was easy as well. He
The
promised
Once-ler's
the
so
one.
easy.
Normally, it's difficult for Loki to do silly Loki shit, but no. He promised the Once-ler that his business will grow and never fail, and the Once-ler took the deal, not knowing Loki's side of this little bargain until it was too late. Loki took over the Once-ler's body though he acts different, and his hair grew out some. Oh, okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Nobody
Oh,
seems
so good.
nobody seems to nobody seems to notice or care.
What if
That's
the
what it
Once-ler
says.
looked
That's
like
what-
Tom Hiddleston?
It would also seem that if Loki separates from Once-ler for a long period of time, the businessman shows signs of heavy fatigue and looks weak, and at times looks like he's dying, but Loki always goes back to his host.
That's nice of him.
Around the factory, the trees continue to grow quickly due to Loki's magic, thereby, I guess, undoing the entire point of the fucking...
The central tension of the story is resolved. Good job, everybody.
Yay! Capitalism can go on unhindered.
Story finished.
All it
Now
takes
it's
is
time for
literal
sex.
magic.
It's not terribly different from how the movie ends, actually, but... So... But anyway, so Thneeds and trees will never run out, just like in the movie. Though the Lorax is against it, but is unable to say much to the god of mischief.
You know,
Jesus.
sometimes sometimes I think that the Lorax is just against things for the sake of being against them.
See, with all the environmentalism, how are you supposed to have time for sex with other Once-lers? See, this solves the problem. There's so many other Once-lers, you have to schedule them carefully.
Can't you save the planet and pound skinny boys?
Get realistic here.
So his personality, he talks a tad different from usual. His voice is like another's voice, but at times the host Once-ler slips through, or Loki lets it happen. His Loki personality is calm, but at times can get angry. While Once-ler's personality is nice and is cautious around others sometimes, just like corporations. Physical
Also sometimes gets angry.
This will shock you, but physical characteristics, he is skinny and tall. Did you guys know
Oh, interesting.
how weird! Black hair and blue eyes that at times show green in the dark or in certain lights. Sometimes he is seen in his office of the factory in strange clothing and armor. Would it happen to perhaps look like the Marvel character? I wonder. Oh well. Again, no one that works there really asked. Good.
We don't care.
Samurai armor.
Just leave us alone.
You know, Disney's gonna sue us if you keep doing that shit. Disney bought us, it's fine.
Oh boy.
Shell Game, what do you got there?
Well, I've got I don't know why you would call him this, but the Creepler.
Cool, nice.
Cool, sounds good.
The Creepler's after my cookies.
I'm gonna steal some cereal.
Now let me break it down for you a little bit because it sounds a little misleading.
The cookie Creepler.
Creep is an aftermath Once-ler who spends his spare time creeping upon others. See,
Okay, well, that's fine.
stealing
does
stealing
aftermath
panties
mean?
and caring for his many insects which
Right.
accompany him in his empty factory.
Cool, sounds like a cool guy.
Oh, name
Yeah.
name is
Creeping on
accurate.
others, stealing panties, and caring for insects. You know,
That's
insects
right.
are important to our ecology, so that's good.
Yes.
Yeah,
Name
where
is
did the
accurate.
insects come from? The trees are all gone. Fuck. Never mind, keep going. I'm sorry.
Well, that's why he needs the panties to let the insects live.
See? Makes sense.
It's a circle of life.
panties.
The Once-ler is known to be openly affectionate with multiple people as well as for formally having a small crush on One-ler.
We'll get to one.
Coming soon.
We'll get to One-ler.
Good.
Closing. This is the next section that's just called closing. Creepler
Always
was
be creepy.
closed on June 9th, 2013 through plot-induced de-Once-lerization.
Excuse me?
They had to
Wow,
tent
that's
him.
totally totally that word.
The tent him and then put him aside.
I was trying to pronounce it as Deon-celerization.
Medical term.
You can't keep a Creepler open if they're no longer Once-ler.
Pop
Got a
up
point.
Creepler.
Okay.
It was discovered that he was, in fact, not really a Once-ler. Yeah,
No true
you know what he
Once-ler
was.
fallacy.
Yeah, no. You know what he was? He was
What?
simply an incubus that had taken over the canon Once-ler's body.
Okay.
They really like possession in this
So, like-
fandom for some reason.
like Venom from Spider-Man. Is that what this is?
Probably.
Yeah. After separation, the incubus, Marcus Sharp, returned home.
Thanks.
Leaving the Once-ler. Look, I'm on a first and last name basis with the incubus. It's no big deal.
He went back to his billionaire romance novel.
The businessman then decided that he would go on a private journey to give away the remaining truffula seeds into environments that cannot grow them. Temporary reopening and curse breaking.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, don't worry. He doesn't stay closed forever. Due mostly in part to Creep's fan base showing dismay and general sadness over his de-Once-lerization.
General, he's experienced severe de-Once-lerization.
No.
Just picketing in front of the front storefront.
Re-Once-lerize
this.
Yeah, re-Once-lerize this.
Steal my panties.
No.
Steal my panties.
No. Somber, candlelight vigil, panties offered.
Just a wall of
Panties left at the gate.
Yeah.
A plot was set in motion to bring him back on February 28th, 2014.
Oh.
Triggered... Yeah. Yeah. Triggered by the death of Macabre. The Once-ler that Marcus had possessed.
That's a George Lucas name.
That's what Snoop Dogg calls the guy who makes his shoes.
Macabre. You tip your hat to him, actually. Macabre.
God.
Fuck you!
Isn't the Macabre a McDonald's villain?
Well, no, the Macabre is the Once-ler that Marcus had possessed, known as Empty.
Oh my god.
So he's known as Empty when he's not possessed. Demanded that his final seed be planted so that he could join his lover in the afterlife.
That's such a cheap excuse. No, I have to plant my final seed. Come on.
After having second thoughts mere moments before his death, Marcus was quickly requested that he repossesses the Once-ler, thus saving his life while also freeing his valley of his curse.
This is what Kingdom Hearts plotting does to
It really is.
And then Sora's in the background just watching this happen.
Smile.
Creepler returned to the factory to observe the regrowth. However, it was revealed that the Once-ler himself had to die in order to fully lift the curse.
Yay!
By whom? Who revealed that?
The Lorax, I guess.
Okay.
The Sneeches. The Fox and Sons.
Voila!
Oh yeah. The Dr. Seuss cinematic universe.
They pulled back the stars upon Mars and revealed a dead
DSU.
Once-ler. So said death happened on May 21st, 2014.
No, we all know when it happened.
Where were you? Where were you when that happened? All of you around there.
Stay for the post credits and you'll get a glimpse of Yertle the turtle.
F plus, I'm going to tell you about the Once-ler.
Please tell me of the Once-ler.
Yes, it's one-ler.
Ah, okay. Yeah, good.
Would you like to know about the character?
Yeah, we've heard so much about
Good,
this.
I've already changed his name. Once-ler is an aftermath Once-ler cannibal who feeds off those who are daring enough to step outside the walls of Thneedville and venture out into the barren wasteland once called the Trufula Valley.
Truffula, but thank you.
Trufula
I like
Valley,
Trufula.
I knew that. His arms are scarred with burns and his eyes are yellow.
Distressing but hot.
He's a vampire and a wolf that looks like Balto.
And he really wants to talk to you. Would you like to discuss the second season of Stranger Things? That sounds great. In the Thneedville High AU, he acquires lip piercing.
Oh, there's a high school.
Oh, he's such a bad
Of
boy.
course there is.
Hell yeah.
That's the first on the list.
He's such a misunderstood rebel.
Once-ler goes to Riverdale.
That'd be so
He would
good, though.
fit in perfectly.
That'd be an actual episode, yeah.
Yeah.
He guesses he is now approximately 32 years old. However, he's lost count of the years he has been put himself in exile.
So your ships can be with anyone.
That's right.
Sure. What are you doing tonight?
Oh no!
Not getting eaten, I hope.
He often hears voices and sees hallucinations, slowly driving away whatever pecks of sanity he has left.
Oh, he's the
which
star
is
of every
which is the standard unit of measurement of sanity.
Maybe you can fix him.
A bushel and a peck of sanity.
How many pecks of sanity can you spare?
Oh, wait, I have to put in my credit card, buy some more. Hang on, let me get going.
Yes, you're right, it's fun. You could fix him.
Yeah.
Zarla, I would love you to tell me about the once thing.
The once thing.
The once thing. Let's see. About the once thing. The once thing is a massive moss green figure similar to Slender Man.
Yay! I'm almost at a bingo.
He lives in the forest that he butchered in a past life and protects it with his life, although he can't remember the full story behind why he does it.
Because I haven't thought of it yet.
Those who enter his realm wishing to harm a tree are never heard from again. Despite this, he tries his best to be helpful and doesn't have many friends, but occasionally leaves his forest to give small potted truffula trees to others as gifts. He hears everything that happens in the woods he calls homes, including whatever the trees have to say. The trees cannot hear him, however. Along with trees, he likes the rain, insects, new friends, and the feeling of doing something just...
My favorite thing about the Once-ler is how he's helpful to people and nice to the trees. That's his defining feature. I love it so much.
I read that last sentence wrong. And the feeling of doing something just. I thought for a second the sentence just cut off at the end.
Do something just, whatever.
It wouldn't put it past these folks.
Exactly.
Hey, can I tell you about the book-loving Once-ler?
Oh, yeah.
Do you promise that's what you're going to tell us about?
The boob-loving Once-ler.
Wait, what? Wait. Hey, bait and switch, motherfucker.
It's about books, right?
Boob-loving Once-ler, also known as Boobler, or simply just Boob.
Boobler.
His blog replies mostly... Oh, okay. His blog replies mostly consist of text or artwork created by the mod. Cool. He does both role plays and magic anons. His first post was on 6th of September 2012 about the character. It is known that he has a large personal library filled with vast amounts and varieties of boobs.
So are we just about boobs? Or he has actual boobs.
Same hanging on the wall.
I believe this article may have been manipulated.
Yeah, this is a wiki war right here. Somebody did a Control H and did
except I'm looking at it and I don't think you're right.
You know, I want to believe in a boobler.
I'm looking at the edit history and I don't think it.
Okay, there's some joke involved. Like, that's fine, whatever. Sometimes he is asked by other users if he has boobs that are related to a certain topic or genre that they are looking for. He usually has the boobs they are looking for. So it is very rare for him not to have boobs that person is looking for. Personality. He is often depicted to be kind and caring and warm-hearted. He is also a bit hasty in his decisions, as well as being bold and being quite lucky a number of times. His luck is what managed to save him when he first met Wendigo-ler. Wendigo-ler.
Ate his boobs, I suppose.
Most of his time, he is patient with those who are difficult to deal with. And then miscellaneous. Boobler is known to have a bad temper if you don't treat boobs with care or hurt his friends. He still plays the guitar, but most of the time, his time is spent reading his vast boob collection in his personal library. His home is located in
treat boobs with care.
I read banned boobs.
His home is located in a truffula forest by a large lake.
He's so nice. The Once-ler's such a nice character that we were all supposed to find hot and fuck. That was the original intent of the book, which makes me so happy.
The very last original character in this section is fine. Do you think you can take the Forgeler?
I sure can.
Cool.
The Forgeler is a mysterious split of the Once-ler. Living in the northern lands, this Once-ler is forward-thinking and decided to invest in a different front. Rather than factories and traditional business models, this Once-ler invests in computer science.
Oh, God.
Okay, that's not where I thought that was going.
Great.
What if the Once-ler was a tech bro?
Is he not already?
He pretty much,
Appearance. The Forge-ler is shorter than the average Once-ler. He still dons the traditional green velvet suit and top hat, but has adopted an orange-red scarf and undershirt to set himself apart from other Once-lers.
No,
his glasses...
Once-ler's got a scarf, asshole.
Okay, wait.
Copyright me.
So he's wearing a velvet suit, and then underneath that, an undershirt?
It's just a regular undershirt.
His scarf and his undershirt
He's just
are
making up the
orange-red.
suit.
My Once-ler looks like the Once-ler, except he wears orange.
That's right. Copyright me.
Is there a Once-ler like doll maker? I'm gonna look this
No
up. While you're
stealing.
reading.
Oh, there absolutely has to be.
I'm honestly shocked that all of my searches for Myers-Briggs types and INTJ have brought no results on this fandom.
I see Boots is hunting for his bingo squares as well. His glasses, which bear the appearance of traditional Once-ler ones, are VR and intended to help this Once-ler in his coding. It's difficult to gauge the specifics beyond this, however. This Once-ler is rarely seen. Some say that when angry, this Once-ler's goggles coding display shines brighter than normal, allowing you to see the code in his eyes.
Oh, he's Matrix. Matrix-ler. Neo-ler.
That's not code.
So why Forge? Why not Codler?
I hope that it's like well-formed Python.
Like SourceForge, I guess?
That makes
sense. Yeah. That makes sense.
The Forge-ler has a solid grasp of coding. He is able to fluidly edit and create pages as he pleases, and from this is able to create a sizable following and even gain positions amongst those with power. However, sadly, he only knows one coding language, and it's for a kid's site, limiting his... You know how you code kids' sites in different languages than others?
Everyone knows that.
I love reading the writing of people that genuinely think code is magic.
Well, every time you would originally type an R, you replace it with a W.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, so his limiting his following to 10-year-olds and ability to get close to those in power to very tired high schoolers. Personality, the Forge-ler is cruel to ghosts and does not allow them to simply crave, instead making them make the choice to have what they want instead of simply desiring it.
Take that,
Ghostler
Ghost.
better watch out.
Ghost had it too good for too long.
I'm cruel. I won't let you have desire anymore. You have to choose.
Meet a ghost.
Get
How
out of here,
dare.
ghosts.
Is he the devil?
Deviler.
Deviler.
Code.
Deviler.
The devil in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
machine.
yeah.
Can we all make up our own Once-lers by the end of this? I
don't think we can. I think it's clearly very hard.
Spent a lot of time on it.
a lot of lore.
Yeah. So that first section was time for Once-ler OCs. The second section is called Some Once-ler AUs on Tumblr.
Yay, I love AUs.
This section is very long, so we're going to be skipping plenty of it. So this one, much better title, much better author name. Support text. This story is called "Wanna Make Out," and it is written by Nightmare Kisser.
That's right. It Want to Make Out is apparently in
420.
I love it. I love it if the body was just no, and then the end.
Nightmare Kisser 420.
XXX.
Hey, Boots, she's an INFP.
Good.
I'm counting that one. Check.
Oh, that's delightful.
Literal for me.
Yeah, that's a check.
Wait, INFPT, is that a... Whatever. I don't want to know.
That's Once-ler brain measuring.
That's the Once-ler
for Once-ler
test.
people. Yeah. Once-lers are different from you and I.
She says she's a weeaboo. I'm sure that's wrong.
So I'm a Nightmare Kisser 420. This is my story, my hot story, Wanna Make Out. It's an adorable swag tree one-shot. I know what that means, so I'm not going to explain it.
We all know what it
Yes.
means. You don't have to tell us.
Yeah.
Hey, so Wanna Make Out is by far the most shocking thing. Entry? Entry?
No, he's an entree. He's an
It's an
entree.
entree. I don't think my own entree has
No,
ever heard.
it's the international English spelling of enter.
It's a shocking thing. enter entree has ever heard come out of Swag's mouth.
Enter entree.
Wait, who are any of these people? He blushes profusely and his eyes widen. He stares at the other boy and sputters, "You're joking, right?" "No," Swag shrugs as he kicks his legs where they dangle from his bunk. The cabin around him smelling musty and mossy and gross, and he is really, really bored. He lifts his sunglasses to rest them on his head, and he sends the other camper a lazy grin.
There we go.
So you wanna? I've never done it before, and I'd like to try it. It seems fun. But Swag, anyone could walk in on us.
I love how they both sound the same because of the voice.
They're both Once-lers.
This Once-ler's a scarf. They're not the same.
Yeah, you can't hear it, but one's wearing a scarf. It's a different color. And I continues my story. But Swag, anyone could walk in on us. And we'll get into so much trouble with the counselors. I'm assuming that's a different kind of Once-ler.
Yep.
For
The counselors.
for inappropriate behavior and... You worry too much, Entree. Swag tries to convince the others. He hops down
Snarf.
Yeah. As he hops down from his bunk and stands in front of the other preteen. Oh dear, not liking this very much. Entree leaning back and looking pink in the face. His heart is racing in his chest and he feels butterflies and shaky in the legs. Yeah, but he hopes his bravado is still good and that Entree won't notice.
It's really good porn to like just set up that kind of romantic tension. Like, one character says to another one, "Hey, you want to make out?" And the other one's like, "Yeah, sure."
Whatever. It's the hottest thing you can say. Could go either way. Other hot thing you can say. How cute. You're scared of authority. Come on, Entree. Be a rebel and be a man and stand up and kiss me. What? No! Entree retorts. Why the hell would I want to kiss a jerk like you anyway? A jerk like me?
Yeah.
Is he talking in the mirror? I don't quite understand what's happening.
There's no sign of Entree on this wiki, so like I don't have any, and this is the story starting, so like there's no,
I mean, if this is a Once-ler fic, are they? I think they are both the same person.
I am gonna picture this talking to a mirror. I like that.
Talking in the mirror.
Oh. Well, I can identify. I identify with the self-loathing.
Why the hell would I want to kiss a jerk like you anyway? Because I'm hot, obviously. Swag snorts. As if it were obvious, because he said obvious. Okay. Internally, a sinking seed of rejection pits in his stomach, but he ignores it. Oh, if you don't do it, then I will. This is getting pretty gross. Someone please stop me. I don't know if this is good.
I'll kiss myself if you won't kiss me.
Blah, 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 blah.
His own tongue sticking out and looping back into his mouth.
Zarla, can you pick it up with... Zarly, can you pick it up? Because we can skip plenty, and we're still doing the same thing. Can you pick it up from here like this? Here, comma, like this?
Let's see. Here, like this. All right.
Yeah.
So, here, like this, Swag instructs, and he reaches up and grabs either side of Entree's face. Being roughly 12, there's still baby fat in his cheeks, and his face smushes together a bit, and his lips are parted, his brace is exposed, and he looks so goofy that Swag laughs and drops his hands. I can't be serious when you look like that.
Is he doing the I'm chubby, my mom's chubby?
I have to assume.
I was born on a pile of shit.
Hey, Swag, don't you wish we were older? No, not really? Okay.
Seems like the author could have had complete control over this situation. Chose to go this direction. Not great. Just
like what?
Not great.
Not
this
great.
is my
Not
face.
Not great. Not particularly great. No. Not great.
Swag laughs harder, and Entree feels a flush of humiliation. Are you gonna kiss me or not? Entree huffs. Fine, I'm trying again then.
I missed. Wait, 1, 2.
Evasion's too high.
He scoops up Swag's face in his hands and fell on the floor.
Oh shit!
And mashes their mouths, softly trying to move his lips like he sees in movies. But but Swagler, this is a very serious name that you can read and not laugh. But Swagler's mouth is is still and unresponsive, and he attempts to talk.
Wait, why is that happening?
Entree pulls away, about to say, I forget what voice again, whatever. How was that?
Yeah.
When he realizes that Swag's lips are raw, the skin torn from Entree's braces.
What?
He slaps a hand.
What?
Did he pull his face off with his braces?
No, it's like
That's metal as hell.
Like,
He
braces,
shoved his
like, cut
lips
his-
into the other kid's mouth and just shook back and forth vigorously.
This is like that. Have any of you seen that Bill Plimpton cartoon, How to Kiss? I think they're doing
Oh, this is how to. You're absolutely
that. Yeah, they're doing that. That's what I'm imagining now. That's way hotter than what's actually going on.
That's why it was like, ain't wet strip.
He slaps a hand over his mouth before apologizing. Oh my God, Swag, I'm sorry. You dope, Swag says as he
You
wipes
dope!
his mouth
You
with
failed me for the last time.
some saliva faintly pink with blood. That hurt.
What?
You can't have your mouth open when mine is closed. And watch those braces, man. Sorry.
I'll retract them.
Here, sit down, Swag orders.
I gotta get my dentist in here.
Why? It'll be easier. Sit. Fine.
Good lord.
So the story goes on.
Yeah, this is like
this story is like 8 pages long, and the only thing that happens is 2 boys kiss.
It is. It's really long.
100% it.
Until
Yeah.
until somebody else shows up.
Well, then take it, Shell.
Oh.
you smelt
Well-
it. You dealt it now.
It's too late. You brought it up.
Okay,
Now you
great.
can follow up.
You
Well,
played to
it-
listen.
it's
You
just
agree.
okay.
That was a
all right.
test.
It's just starting to get kind of good and closer to real kissing when they suddenly hear the cabin door open.
Uh-oh.
Gasp.
Boys, hey, come out here and join us. We're about to. It's 72's deep voice.
What?
And both boys squeak and
that
leap apart on the
72?
bed.
Is that dyslexic character from Hitman?
It's Hitman walking
72nd
backwards.
Once-ler. They couldn't come up with a name for him.
Agent 27, your mission is to keep 2 boys from kissing in a camp cabin.
All right, that sounds easy.
This is going to be murder.
Both boys squeak and leap apart on the bed, Swag scrambling out from under Entree's legs, tripping him, and they are both as red as tomatoes, and under the shadow cast by 72's hood, and past his thneed scarf, they can tell that he's grinning. 72 is the 1972 Once-ler, you guys.
So just
thank
the
you so
arms are
much.
like stretching into the room.
So he's just got the weird gloves.
Oh, wow.
Fucking
It's
hell.
just...
It better just be the gloves floating in midair.
It's like Thing from Addams Family, except for it wants to give me a hand job.
That is just extending really long into the room from outside.
Yeah, I'm imagining that's what I'm imagining, like eggnog style, like just.
Oh, never mind. Sorry for bothering you, boys. Ha ha ha. And he starts to close the door and leave the cabin. Oh, to be at that age again, where everything is scandalous and new.
Well, back to writing my Tumblr blog.
As soon as the older boy is gone, Swag points
still
an
a boy.
accusatory finger
no, he was a boy
at
in the book,
Andre
don't you remember?
and
Swag.
shouts, "Don't you dare tell anyone about this, or I will say your gay pervert has forced himself on me."
And he hasn't done anything about those braces yet.
The speech
So he's a
pattern is actually getting worse
homophobic?
over time.
He made a homophobic clone of himself and then tried to kiss it. Is what I'm getting.
What? But this was your idea, and that makes you gay and pervy too.
Oh shit! I'm
Oh
also
my
gay.
god, you're such an idiot!
Really, if he's just pointing at a mirror, this makes total sense.
Yep.
No, you are. Is that the best you can come up with? And then they're both huffily storming off in different directions, Entree heading outside and Swag clambering up to his bunk and hiding under his thin, scratchy blanket.
Gollum arguing with himself.
This is like what would happen if L. Ron Hubbard did cocaine alone in a hotel room.
Later that night, Swag hangs over the edge of his bunk and peers down at Entree. So, you want to go into the woods and try making out again? Yeah. Entree sighs and tosses off his covers. Sure. What?
What did he say?
Sure, why not?
Why not?
See, I told you, sure, why not? That's the hottest thing you can say.
Yep, sure, why not? Yep.
Yeah,
Sure, why not?
got nothing better to
So hot.
It's a one
I
shot.
guess it's either this or I'm never getting to sleep.
do. I'm assuming a
Good.
one shot is actually another kind of Once-ler now that I think about it.
Okay, just for the listener, there's now 2 pieces of fan art featuring the warden from Super Jail and the Once-ler.
No, there has to be more than 2.
Oh, yeah, there's gonna be.
Yeah, but I can't. There's not yet a picture of the warden from Super Jail strangling the Once-ler with his nerd thigh.
This one's getting there.
Oh wow, yeah, there are a bunch, aren't there?
Yeah, there are.
Okay, so I'm not gonna give you all of the story, but I will give you. By the way, thank you so much, Doctor Interrogative. This is delightful. I'm not going to give you all of the story, but I am going to give you the note that Doctor Interrogative gave me for this story.
Mm-hmm. All right.
This is a single sentence. Ready?
Yeah, okay.
For context, this is after a Once-ler carried out a terrorist attack.
Oh, dear.
Oh, good.
We're not emotionally stunted.
Yeah. So I am the Once-ler. Thank you.
Hi.
As many as you are well aware, the threat of the Greedlers to our city has grown to be ever more of a concern to ours.
Excuse me?
I know that for many of us, life seems great, but we are deluding ourselves by thinking that Greedlers are a legitimate concern.
I'll have you know you are not the Once-ler. You're actually Aloysius O'Hare, the mayor of Thneedville.
I'm so sorry.
The other adult who is not attractive enough to be pictured.
Yeah, that's the
Alright,
in
let
the
me-
movie they needed an evil industrialist because the Once-ler's
Okay.
the nice one. So he's
Right.
played by Rob Riggle, and he doesn't like trees. That's his
Okay,
that's his thing.
yeah.
I love
He's got-
this.
he's-
I love
I mean,
this.
bad
There's so
haircut,
many
bad
Once-lers
haircut.
now. They have to have meetings about how there are too many Once-lers. Like there are too many rats outside the town, like eating the food. That's so good.
Where are they all coming from? It's like somebody's just dreaming them up and setting them apart.
Where did they come from? We'll never know.
They come out of the
You're
sewers.
finding so much Once-ler warden from Super Jail.
This is not even. This is just a fraction of it.
Anyway, okay, so back to it. Here we go. I would like to speak with you all about the tragedy that occurred at the O'Hare Storage Facility and Packaging Department. As we all know, many great people, human people, died that day. Sons,
Human people.
Are
No
they?
fish.
fathers, daughters, mothers, and friends. We know that those people, so full of life and energy, will no longer be able to share our joy, our love, and even be with us in our time of need. 20 people died that day.
But they were all me,
20.
so whatever.
20 people. 20 citizens of my Thneedville, of our Thneedville, and for what? What did they die for? Tyranny. These people were killed by terrorists. From the organization known as the Resistance, supporters of the Greedlers, 20 unnecessary deaths occurred that day by people who want nothing more than to see us all suffer and squirm in the tendrils of fear. We as a city must stop these tragedies from occurring again, so I beg of you, I implore you to ask your friends, your family, people you know, anyone you can find and ask, or even overhear. Speaking of the Resistance, we need you to report this to us, O'Hare Industries, because we do not want any more deaths.
Boo! Boo! Down with fascists! Up with the Greedlers!
Get him out of here! Get him out of here! No, woo!
Seeing
If you
the
saw
Once-ler and the warden of super jail squirming in the tendrils of fear right now.
not been happening.
It's all this fan art being posted.
They appeal to a similar set.
February 7th, 2013. A member of the resistance compromised our site. Fortunately, they were unable to access any crucial information because this is Tumblr, so nothing fucking matters.
As long as they fuck, I'm fine.
They can only children and bored high schoolers can reach the site.
As of now, we at O'Hare Industries are working hard to find out who the hacker was. There is no need to be alarmed. We have everything under control, and the criminal will soon be put behind bars. Thneedville will be safe.
So I'm confused. Is this like a story or is this like role playing?
I think it's role playing.
You're saying that there's some sort of difference?
I don't know.
Wait,
With us or against us.
Wait. It's fine. Let me give you an example of both. Here's what role play is. I like a character, and then a story. I'm the character that I like. Okay, I guess there is a difference.
Sorry, moving on now. I'm not doing.
And coming into the final section here, we have a list of Once-ler Ask blogs. These are all different Ask blogs on Tumblr. Some of them are still alive. Plenty of them aren't. Doctor Interrogative has actually gone through and listed which ones aren't, as though, we're going to visit all of them? What was your thinking? When you listed that some of them are inactive?
Hear me out. We give this entire list without context to Kumquat Zob. He comes back to us in an hour. Probably got 17 new dogs.
Well, I gotta click all these links.
So Isfan, you've got a list of regular Once-lers.
I sure do. Regular Once-lers.
What a list it is.
Yeah.
So glad Boots isn't reading this.
We've got an honest Once-ler, Ask Attic Once-ler, Ask Artsy Oncey, Ask Bagler, Artsy Oncey, Ask Bagler, Ask Beanpole, Ask Beanpole Girl, which is gender bent of Beanpole.
Yay.
Ask Broadway Oncey.
No girls
Ask
allowed in our club.
Bluntler, who's
I'm
420 blazing.
Okay, now we do have to click on that one, actually.
I don't chop trees down, I smoke them. Ask Clueless Once-ler, Ask Computer-ler.
That one's still working.
Dear One.
I went and checked, and that one is still doing stuff.
Good.
Sure.
Well, they got a family to
The movie's only a decade old. We've got Dear Oncey's Diary, Ask Daddy Oncey, Ask
Shoot
Drawn
me with
Once-ler.
myself, Daddy.
The less subtle Ask Drugler. We've got
clever.
Ask
Drugler.
Online.
Ask Duct Tape Once-ler. Really likes duct tape. We've got Ask Ask Eatler, Ask Entertainler.
This is what Eatler's up to. Oh, there's nothing there. Bullshit.
We'll never know.
It was an art blog, too. Damn it.
Sorry. We've got Ask Fem Once-ler, Ask Fluffler, Ask Friend Once-ler,
You're not my friend.
Ask Hippler, Ask
no.
Hippie Musician Once-ler.
Don't call yourself Hippler.
What's wrong with hip?
Why not?
What's wrong with
Yeah.
just a hip person? That's all.
Yeah.
Just a person that's hip.
Not found.
Okay.
Yep, nothing there either. Damn it. A lot of these people wanted
Ask-
to erase their Once-ler Fandom line from the internet for some reason.
It's almost like they moved on to a different phase of their lives entirely. Okay.
A different fandom entirely.
Innocent Oncey, Ask Inverted Once-ler. Ask Night Blogger Once-ler.
I was born with an inverted Once-ler.
It's been known to happen.
You
Ask
know, they can do surgery for that now.
It's just him, but he upside down. He's standing on his head.
We've got Ask Original Movie Once-ler. We've got Ask Shy Once-ler. Ask Songler. Ask The Softler.
Oh.
Ask Original Movie Once-ler is still active.
You're asking them for fan art of themselves kissing a different one.
Yeah, that's more or less. Yeah, that's how that works.
Right.
You boys should make out.
Ask Timid Once-ler. Ask the 2012 Once-ler. Asking the Once-ler.
Yeah, there's a bunch you can skip if you feel like.
I'm going to skip down to Ask Violinist Oncey.
Cool.
Ask Once-ler with absolutely no hyphens in it. Ask Overconfident Once-ler. Ask Walmart Cashier Oncey.
I'm thinking
That one, yeah.
Oh, it's not found.
I don't think that job exists anymore. I think it's all self-checkout now. Ask Young Oncey. Ask Zero Oncey. Once and Trick. Bakeler. Owns a bakery. Bartendler. Bedtime Once-ler. Biggering and bloggering. Book-loving Once-ler.
I'm tracking Digimon, like how they're related to each other.
Ask Chance Once-ler.
Chance the Once-ler. Yay.
Oh, that's
Chance
good.
the Hedgehog was taken.
I get
what
it,
can
yeah.
I do next?
We got Changed Man Once-ler. Constipatedler. Cuteler. Cute Once-ler. Here you go. You didn't like Hipler? Well, here's Hipstler.
Okay.
That's worse.
Yeah. Hugler. Innocent Once-ler. Irrational Optimism. Knitler.
Irrational optimism.
Also not good.
Yeah. Knit-ler. I should
Yeah, it's
point
with
it
a
out.
K, by the way. It's a K knit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lonelyler. Loveler. Lurkler.
Barely even know it.
Naiveler.
Loneler?
Nobody Wants a Thneed. Once-arella. Not bad. Once Thing. Oncey Rabbit. Oncey the Inspiring Writer. Optimistler. Optimistic Beanpole. Overly Optimistic Once-ler. Punler. Rabbitler. Shortler. Silly Straw Once-ler. Snuggler. Sweetie Once-ler. Time Traveler.
That's kind of good.
The Sugar High Once-ler. The Thneed Guy. Thinking Really Hard About Boredom. The Once-ler Answers. The Lolita-ler. Twitchler. Spookaler. Winterler. Young Oncey. Young Beanpole. Ask Whip Once-ler.
Question mark?
Ask Zombie Oncey. And Once-ler, semicolon.
I would love to imagine that someone is like furiously typing, no, I can't do that one, that one's taken. Ah, shit, no, that one's taken. Fuck.
Isfahan,
Time
I
travel.
put 6 in the chat, or 5 in the chat that you skipped over that I think need to be read.
Okay. We've got a curated list here by Boots Ring Gear. It's Ask Sassy Gay Once-ler. Ask Shy Beanpole. Ask Stupid Once-ler.
Why bother? Why would I ask the stupid Once-ler?
I want to know what the
know what
stupid
you
one's
shouldn't do.
It's all just lines lifted from Fallout 1 when you make a character with 1 intelligence. Ask Overconfident Once-ler. Ask the Dunce-ler. And Lurkler, who never answers but is always online.
Just keep it tab.
Boots, you find any others there in the next list?
In the green suit Once-lers?
Yeah, this is specifically the green suit Once-lers.
These are the green suit Once-lers. There's And the Customers Are Buying. Ask Classy Once-ler. Ask Drunk Once-ler. Ask Drunk Once-ler. Electroler. Ask Femme Swag Once-ler. Ask Gloomy Once-ler. Ask Greedy Swagler. Ask Gentleman Once-ler. Ask Hot Mess Once-ler. Ask Inkblood Once-ler. Ask Mr. Once-ler. Ask Monochrome Once-ler. Ask Monster Once-ler. Ask Oncey and Greedler Girl.
There's so many.
Yeah, there's
Not
Ask
nearly
Seductive
enough.
Once-ler. Ask Sexy Once-ler. Ask Smutler.
Smut-
Also a little problematic.
yeah, not
Hire a new
great.
smuggler. My old smuggler's not doing very well.
I'm not
Ask
paying any
the
more for this.
Troubler.
But like,
Sir, there are pornographers at the door. Should I show them in?
Thank you, Smutler.
Ask the Bratler. Ask the Bratler with a baseball battler.
Oh yeah.
Ask the Goldler. Ask the guy who is biggering.
No.
it's a line from the book. Don't worry about it.
Big bad biggering Once-ler. Cashler. Don't ask the Once-ler.
Well, now I have to click that one.
Ooh,
He starts
that's reverse
asking
psychology.
Oh, it's still
ask
up.
the questions around here.
Fuckler!
That was somebody really mad that they didn't get their first 4 choices.
I was gonna say when
Fuckler,
that
whatever.
I was gonna say when that person got that Tumblr account, they were like pumped their fist. I'm like,
Fuckler.
Advice-ler.
Wait, who is the advisor?
The advice-ler is the personal advisor for the fuckler.
Oh, shit.
Low-quality Once-ler. Low-lit-ler. Nope, don't. Also problematic. Never ever gonna stop, which is Ask Once-ler Dad's son.
What?
Pet Shop Once-ler, Scared and Confused-ler, the Slacker Greedlet, Ask Smoke-ler, Ask Psycho Once-ler.
Actually, Boost, you need to tell me more about Ask Smoke-ler, please.
Okay, his factory caught fire. Chemicals and cigar smoke have mutated his insides. Needs to smoke more cigars or he will die.
What?
Sounds legit.
Bitter
That's how it
butts.
Bitter butts.
Bitter butts.
It's my favorite line from the book.
Spider-ler. The Mutler. Thinking really hard about boredom.
Cool.
Spiritler. Acrimonious Once-ly. Ask Chimeraler.
And then a shell game. A shell game. Do you got, is there any? This sounds like a really rich universe. Really exciting, good universe. Is there any crossover fiction here?
Oh boy, is there.
Great. Well, like what?
She sounds so excited.
rubbing my hands together.
You could ask the Dr. Horribler.
Okay, never mind. Let's just move on. Let's just
How dare you? We get to hear all of these.
stop. Fuck off.
What's wrong? You don't want to ask Phantom-ler from the Phantom of the Opera.
Phantom-ler. See? There, it's classy. Classy. A night in the opera where people die. Classy.
Yeah.
Ask Time Lord Once-ler.
See? Time Lord Once-ler.
Yeah. Ask Wonka-ler.
Wonka-ler.
The Ghostly Jellicent, which is a Jellicent Once-ler. That's a
Nuance.
Pokemon.
There's also Darko-ler, which is a Donnie Darko crossover.
There's Ask the Osler, and I was hoping it was the other one.
There's Hufflepuffler.
Good.
Yay.
There's a Jedi Once-ler.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, Lemon Grab Once-ler.
I'm confused by Ask Scalene-ler.
Oh,
What is that? A triangle?
it's Triangle.
Confused.
Scaly-ler.
It's a crossover with geometry. Onceloid, which is obviously the Once-ler Vocaloid.
Great.
The Slender Man, which is just Slender Man. It doesn't indicate that it's a crossover.
Slenderman's just here.
No, it's the Sledler
Damn it,
man.
Slender Man.
Well, there's also
The Once-ler in Super Jail.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, were that a crossover? I had no idea.
The Warden-ler, which is also the Once-ler and Warden as one person.
Okay, great.
And the My Chemical Romance.
Oh, no, can you, I want the one. I want the one two above the My Chemical Romancler.
Oh, the Worst Pies in Greenville. The Sweeney Todd crossover.
Yay!
There's a Left 4 Dead
Oh
crossover.
man. It's a good story. It's a good musical.
My Chemical
It's just
Romancer
good.
says My Chemical Romancer has de-Once-lerized when I click on the URL.
The Left 4 Dead one is gone. I wanted to see that.
There is an MST3K crossover.
Oh, there sure is.
Gizmocrat Once-ler. I'm not sure what that's referring to.
Who knows?
You've also, like, in the miscellaneous categories, you got the sort of stuff that you would assume. There's Bonesler. There's Disturbed Once-ler. There's the Dragon Tamer Once-ler. There's the Glam Once-ler. There's the Heinous-ler. He's been cursed by the Lorax too for ignoring his demand to stop chopping the tree with his hideous immortal body.
Oh.
There's the Zero-ler. That's pretty good. There's the Pageant Once-ler, who's in pageants. The Pirate-ler. the Stitchler. Then there's the stripper Once-ler. And of course, as you would assume, the wannabe Once-ler.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. It feels like there are more ask blogs than there would be people to ask questions to the blogs.
Well, if it's a community that just sucks itself off, then that's good enough, right?
Just like the Once-ler.
I mean, the Once-ler does.
Just like
Wait.
the Once-ler.
Shadler has axes for hands.
Oh shit, that's awesome!
He burned down the truck of the valley and had his hands chopped off from the axe cutting machines.
One of these in the list, no context, is just ask sexy billboard.
Ask Pantsler? Is he just pants? Is he haunted pants? Possibly. The blog's down. Put your blog back up, Pantsler.
I noticed there were a few that seemed like somebody's regular Tumblr that they just kind of co-opted to use as an ask blog, just based on their names.
Ask Once-ler in a bottle is a quarter genie. After being fused with Lorax DNA when he arrived and got struck by lightning? Lorax is a genie?
So what do we learn from any of this, F+?
This is really fascinating. I love this kind of thing.
Horrible.
What I think is interesting is that, even if you have nothing to work with, people will make something to work with. That's the really interesting thing about the Once-ler fandom to me, is that there was one person and people were like, there's nobody to ship him with. And we're like, I don't care. I'll make people to ship him with. I'll make a million people to ship him with.
Listen, he's gonna fuck himself and you're gonna watch.
Yeah.
And then it just got further down where they got more and more removed from the source material. And then the whole de-Once-lerization where they tried to make it not a Once-ler anymore, and we're like, this is my original character, he's not a Once-ler. And it's it's so weird. It's really interesting to me.
Are they forcibly de-Once-lerifying them? Did they put them in a chair and perform an operation on them?
The other thing I think is
Carousel.
the other thing I really like about this is that the legacy it left, because everybody on Tumblr is now horrified by the Once-ler. It's like a threat. Whereas this is going to become the next Once-ler. You see, it's going to happen again, and you'll be sorry.
Look, I only need to know two things when you put a character in front of me. Is he skinny and is he misunderstood? I'll take it from there.
Yeah.
That's it. The end. That's all you need.
Yeah.
So I never heard of this before. I barely remember the movie coming out.
It wasn't about the movie.
No, but it did these people like the movie?
No, I don't think most of them did.
That's irrelevant.
Maybe not
I
have
think
seen
a lot of
it.
them didn't like it. And the funnier thing is, so many were in it, they were left and were like,
also, it's impossible. It's impossible to like that movie.
Yeah, it really is impossible. That movie.
It seems like a horrible bastardization of the source material.
It was terrible.
Of a beloved book.
Yeah, it's as a kid.
Yeah, that's
the book in the subsequent first reeling cartoon. When I was a very young child, that story affected me because at the very end they say, unless you take care of this last seed for this tree, nothing is going to get better. But it leaves it hanging as to whether or not anything is going to change.
Yeah, because it's up to you.
Yeah, and in the movie, the lack of trees is just a minor inconvenience to one guy in the town. And by the end of it, the Once-ler who throughout the movie is portrayed as just this little baby boy who he's just awkward and he just tried to do good and he just messed up. The embodiment of a rampant industry is given a face and just being like, oh, he didn't mean to do it. He did a little fucky wucky. Poor him.
And then he fixes it in the end, right?
Yeah, and at the very end, they get the tree seed, and it just instantly grows into a tree, and everyone gets all the trees, and the Lorax even personally thanks the Once-ler for fixing everything.
Let's just see if things got any better, right? Because
of course.
Vortex, you were saying that the line that you liked at the end was this is your seed, and if you don't take care of it, this is the last one, and all of humanity rests on the seed, right?
Yeah.
Let's compare that against this line. Mm-hmm. Andre sighs and tosses off his cover. Sure, why not?
Yeah,
That's pretty high.
Well, the thing is, the conclusion to come here is that they already said they're in their mid-20s or whatever watching. So if you saw that movie in your mid-20s and your takeaway was, wow, I hope the green guy kisses himself. Then you fucked up. You fucked up in life somewhere. I understand that you deleted your blog.
The other thing that's really interesting is that everybody I know who was ever involved in it is like deeply ashamed of it, and they look back on that. They look back on that period of their life and go like, "What the hell was I doing?" What was that?
I love that part of it. I love that part of it. That we've gone, and some of this is about like sort of Tumblr as a whole as well. But that we've gone through, and there's. I mean, I would say this list has, 4,000 blogs.
Yeah, it's like it's a lot.
and fucking all of them are offline.
Yeah, all of them are deleted, like all of them.
What are you talking about? I don't know what I remember drawing that.
I've never met anyone who was ever proud of being into the Once-ler fandom. They're all like deeply ashamed and want to bury it.
Pantsler? That doesn't sound like me.
What's a Pantsler? I don't understand. I didn't make this gift. What are you talking about?
Attendance for Once-ler Con 22 is way down.
And it's still there.
And if you're going,
sorry, go ahead.
If you're looking for a place on the internet where nerds hang out, that's ballpit, BALLP.IT. Vortex shows up every once in a while, gets mad at cartoons.
Yeah, and then leaves. That's pretty much all I do anymore.
Yeah. Is that what you do in your regular life, or is that
more or less? Like I'll just knock on Toast's door at his house and open the door.
I about a cartoon.
You're watching Delgo with me, and he just slams it in my face.
I'm from the cartoon, and you're gonna listen to it.
It's important to know that Portex still maintains the punishment name I gave her 8 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm the crappy Pokemon nobody likes.
Yeah, we had a rule that it was if you get away, because it was the word anal will be replaced by the word monster cock. and then the other rule that we came up with was if somebody tried to get around the word filter, we would punish them by changing the name.
Yeah.
Which they could just change back themselves.
Oh, I can do that? I didn't know. I thought I'd ask about that. Oh well. That's my name now.
Yeah, so Vortex has spent 7 years or something on Baldpit as the crappy Pokemon nobody.
Yeah. Oops. Oh well. That's just my identity. That's who I am now.
I like you, Quillfish.
Keeping it real.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I think what happened is there were Ask blogs. Ask blogs were normalish. That starts after the movie. The Ask blogs just kept growing, and people kept making their own Ask blogs because they want to get in on all that cool attention. And then they started sending each other. They started talking to each other, the blogs, and they started shipping each other, the blogs, and then people again going off of that, and then it just kept spiraling down into this increasingly insular kind of weird thing, and then just kept expanding outwards.
Yeah, if you wonder how we got to the Super Nanny Fanon wiki, this is how. It just kind of kept breaking down.
Yeah.
Until even the shared source material didn't really have to be based in anything.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
For example, this is what they think the clock from "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared" is supposed to look like.
Yeah, another sexy man.
My God!
Right, the clock and the notepad. I remember that.
Yeah, the notepad. Yeah.
Off. No.
I remember that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Are they on the sexy man wiki?